Hi, my name is Alexandria. I'm making this video in collaboration with the lovely Kristen for Eating Disorder Awareness Week. And this is going to be a video discussing some of my disordered eating habits and why it's important for me to discuss them in regards to my self-love. So if any of those things are going to be triggering for you and may not be for you. So feel free to check out any of my other videos at youtube.com/Ms. Ali Taylor. So here's the thing about my experience with eating disorder/disordered eating. I didn't know until about a year ago that I even had an eating disorder/disordered eating habits. Growing up as an adolescent, the images that were presented to me, both from the media as well as the information that was presented in my health classes, it was not told to me that anyone other than a skinny, white female could have an eating disorder, which I could delve into an analysis that could be 30 minutes long or more on that on its own. So I had a lot of misconceptions about the kind of eating habits that I was doing on my own, and they had a lot to do with my anxiety. Looking back now, I can see a lot of trends of the way that I was binge eating and how they correlated with the kind of opinions that I had of myself, the way that I was trying to control the environment around me through food. It wasn't until about a year ago that I even kind of accepted that the kind of patterns that I've been having and the relationship that I have with food was something that wasn't considered normal, whatever normal is. So once I was able to do that, I do feel that my kind of self-love has developed a little bit more. And self-love for me is something that's really important. As someone with chronic diseases and with mental illness, kind of developing a self-love routine and kind of a identity that's based on self-love is really crucial for me, because it's important for me to kind of have that autonomy and kind of owning and loving the body that I'm in, especially because as not only with disordered eating, but because of the kind of ableist experiences that I've had, as well as other trauma in my life, I do feel like there's a lot of experiences where I haven't felt a lot of control over the body that I've had. So self-love is a way for me to kind of take back ownership of my body and kind of show it the love that I don't feel like it's had. When Kristen reached out to me about this opportunity, I almost felt a desire to decline because I still didn't feel like my experiences were worth sharing about, because I still didn't feel like binge eating and the disordered eating habits that I have were worth discussing on a public forum. And I think that that still kind of showcases how the stigma there still fits to the experiences that I had as an adolescent of being shown that my experiences weren't worthy of being discussed because they usually correlate with more full-figured or fat bodies, if you use that term, while people can be more like thin and have binge eating patterns. There is a stigma that eating more or consuming more, especially as a female body, is has a stigma of being wrong or bad, because there is a lot of like gendered analysis of like you're not supposed to be consuming things. So I felt the desire to kind of decline the invitation because I didn't feel like I deserved to be taking up space within this community. Even though I think it's important to be discussing disordered eating habits, especially within the space of disability, because I don't often kind of see that conversation happening. And so I think it's important to kind of also discuss the kind of stigma that happens and also showcase that self-love isn't immediate. I think that that's something that isn't kind of shown within our internet community. It often seems like self-love just like happens and then it just like stays, which is not my situation at all. As easy as it is to kind of compare your journey to other people, especially given social media, and I have to tell myself this all the time, your experience is completely different than everyone else's. It's still real, it's still valid, but it is not the same experience. And so your journey is going to take a different path. And so try your best to validate your own experience and not compare it to someone else's. So thank you so much for watching. Definitely go and support everyone else's videos that are on Kristen's channel. If you would like to see any of my other things on the internet, I am at 23ofme, which is spelled out on the internet, and I hope to see you soon. Have a great day. Bye.